What's going on, guys? We're back tonight with a video for you, and I want to showcase an archetype that you don't see very often, but I spoke about it a while back on the channel, and I thought that eventually we'd see more cards come out that support this archetype, and sure enough, we got one recently. So it's an aggro archetype is what I'm going for, and the idea is these cards such as April Fools that are cheap cards, only cost 2-3 energy, but they have insane base stats like this 100. And then as the game goes on, the cards get weaker in some sense. So April Fools obviously loses 80 permanently. So the idea is we want to win the first 3 rounds straight up. We don't want to go to round 4 and round 5 if we can not do that. So the idea is win straight up the first 3 and secure victory. So the card that just dropped I want to talk about is Krasue, or if I'm saying that right, Krasue. 3 energy, 100 base power, and the return effect, not that bad. If you lost the turn, this card loses 50 perm, but if we're dropping big stats down, honestly, you shouldn't lose the turn, right, with this card. So, we do, but we try not to. So, that's the idea, is we're dropping these big, fatty cards down, Christmas Carol, Krasue, and we are steamrolling, trying to get the base power down as quick as possible and just overtake them in those first 3 rounds as quick as possible. So we built an arrows deck. I did have a request today in Discord. Somebody asked for an arrows deck, so I actually had built a separate aggro deck. This was going to be the one I was going to showcase. If you're interested, you can try it out. It runs the cow pie variant with the auto tune. But since I had the request, I opted to try an arrows variant instead. So when played, if your deck contains exactly 2 arts and culture cards, give those cards wherever they are 20 until played. So going to rock the 2 ofs here, basically getting the 20 until played buff. We mentioned April Fools already. Let's take a look at the rest of the arts and culture cards. We got Krasue that we mentioned, Christmas Carol. Now, the downside of this card is going to ding our card's cost +1 until played. And it's our whole deck, so it's pretty steep, especially for this week. But it's so strong, it can outright win on its own rounds 1 and 3 if we cycle it properly. So I really like to have this card in the deck, even though it does hurt our energy quite a bit. But we deal, it is what it is. We are going to play the Sigil combo with Ivar in this brew, so... Sigil says when played, your legendary cards that have been played at least once this game get 18 until played. And when returned, your opponent's cards that have not been played this game lose 18 until played. And then Ivar essentially says when played, if played next to an occult card, your opponent's cards in hand lose 44 for 2 turns. So obviously really strong there. And it also fits the bill. 4 energy for 70 base power. That's good stats. You can see the return effect cost +6 perm, so kind of does what this deck wants to do for a really strong aggro type card here. You can see Candy Crab does the exact same thing. Obviously doesn't have the stronger ability, but on the return, this card costs +6 perm. So honestly, I wish they'd update this card now to be more in line with what Ivar's doing, since it's kind of on the same bill. Maybe doesn't debuff as hard, just because the base power is 100. But I think Candy Crab could be a good one that they target to maybe get a little update for that. I think it'd be strong. What else we got? We got Both in this deck, because this card's OP and you have to run it. So when played, if your deck contains 14 or more cards from different collections, your cards, wherever they are, gain 15 until played. And this card gains an additional 15 perm. Along with that, we're rocking Argent. When played, for every non-Fearsome Flyers card in your hand, this card gains 15 perm. Doesn't have the high base power like we like, but when played immediately, it's going to get the high base power. And then if we play it round 1, it's going to be decent. And then round 3, it's really strong. So still seems worth it to me. We're rocking Black Cayman, so this can be pretty backbreaking against those Life on Land decks. So I run it just kind of as a tech card. And the stats are decent. It's got 5 energy for 60, so I don't mind the stats, but really we're looking for that tech option for those against those Life on Land, marsupial, primates, stuff like that. So We can really backbreak them early game, so where they can't get going quick enough, and we can just steamroll. What else we got? Oh, we got this Two of Swords. It's kind of a cool card here. 3 energy, 110, and if you can play it on turn 1 of a round, it doesn't have a negative effect. So you can basically play it for free, basically a free 110 with no downside if played on turn 1, because it's if you're losing or if you're winning. So we try to time it right. But worst case, usually we're winning and we lose 50 perm, but it's still got decent, still 3 energy for, 60 at that point. So plus it's going to have some buffs on it. So it's still decent. Amazon Sloth, when return loot, obviously doesn't matter for this. We have 13 energy no matter what this week. So this losing 1 perm doesn't do anything to us. So it's really a 1-drop for 80. Got Golden Lion in this deck too. Kind of puts us over the top a little bit with the buffs, so we like it in here, getting that 16 until played on draw, when played and when you repeat. Antimatter, nice 3 for 150, like the stats, and it debuffs real nice as well. Door to Hell puts us a little bit over the edge on rounds 1 and 3 if we can cycle it properly, so really help kind of just... Because, again, we're aggro, so we want to really win those rounds 1 and 3 as quick as possible. So Door to Hell really helps us with that. I changed this card up. I originally, this is the only card I changed. I originally had Hanging Gardens in this slot because I thought when drawing, we don't really care about the locked card that much in this deck. And then we get that instant buff that we like. But I realized I actually did care about the locked card because... trying to cycle Ivar with Sigil sometimes, having to wait. It felt like Hanging Gardens kind of made it awkward sometimes. So I was like, you know what? Let's try Night Attack, because worst case, we draw it round 2, potentially round 3. So it's still going to get the buff, if anything. So we're going to at least get something for it. So quick little buff, even if it's just for 1 turn, could be enough to help us win that turn. Maybe, let's say I draw it round 2, turn 3, last card I draw, and I still get the 23 on the round, which is nice, at least for that turn. So I feel like it's worth it. I'm going to test it here, though, right now and see. Excuse me, I've been sick, so if I cough a little bit, I apologize. For our space option, we went Green Witch. Obviously, 3 for 86 is strong, and we are going to get the buff if we play on the second turn of a round, which we're going to try to do, to get that 48 this turn. Another reason we didn't want the Hanging Gardens, because I do like to try to cycle this card a little bit better sometimes. And then if it's round 3, you get another 48 on the turn. And finally, Fermi Paradox. Interesting little card I decided to toss in here, because we do have a lot of these cards that are over the base 70 power. So, again, it's just a quick draw. We don't really care about playing this card as much. Occasionally, we'll just draw it and then hold it in our hand, and it basically did what we needed it to do. It's just going to buff a bunch of cards in our hand, 35 on the turn. It says for the round, but most of the time, it just have like 1 or 2 cards, maybe 3 cards it's going to buff, and then boom, 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 we get that nice little boost we need to just steal that early round, right? That's all we're doing. We're just trying to steal rounds 1 through 3 as quick as possible. So trying to basically maximize that. Oh, real quick, let me show you guys the deck list before I forget. Let's see, shared deck. We have 91DSP6. If you guys are interested to try it out, let's go give it a spin. See what we like. I will say one of the tricks with this deck is trying to cycle and play Ivar on round 2. You don't really want to play him early because I don't want to draw him again into round 3, and he costs too much to play. So by that point, he's like a dead card in my hand. Also, I like to do the same thing with Candy Crab. Try to play him in round 2. So I feel like that's kind of a trick with this deck is those cards that you're not going to be able to play again, try to push them later if possible to where you're not going to draw them again and then gum up your hand. So you'll see if I draw Crab, I'll probably hold him until round 2. Same with Ivar, I'll try to hold him. But if I do get the combo, sometimes I'll just play it if I have the Sigil early. But it really depends how we draw. So let's see, we did draw the Crab, and we drew the Night Attack awkwardly as well. So that's a little unfortunate for us. We can cycle it, though. Maybe we drop it like this, try to cycle it into round 3, maybe end of round 2. Let's do it like that. So he's going to take the lead here. Didn't want to play Krasue just because he was playing 3 cards. I didn't want to risk losing, and then it's not as strong going into round 3. So you got to keep an eye on little subtle things with this deck. This might be a good time to play Krause here, actually, so we're going to do it, I think. Let's see if he plays 3 cards. He is, okay. All right, well, he's got the lead on us, so we are a little behind. Ooh, and we lost the turn. That sucks for our Krause, actually. Didn't expect that. All right, we did get the Sigil combo. Man, I really wanted to win this round. This is not great, looking great for us. Okay, we got it. Woo! I was a little nervous there, actually. I did play Ivar on round 1, unfortunately. Didn't want to do it, but we didn't really have an option. We drew that arrow. Very bad timing there. Really like to get that as early as possible. Get it down. Get the buff. All right, let's see here. So let's drop... Actually, nope. I don't want to have to draw you again. So let's do it like... Let's do it like this. Okay. We're liking it so far. We got lucky that round 1. I was actually a little nervous we lost that. Because usually, I mean, I've had round 1s where I'm putting down 1,000 power, so that was really low for me for a round 1. Drew our door to hell in round 2, too. That's kind of awkward. And we drew our 2 of Swords. Man, our drawing this time around is not the best. We didn't get our Christmas Carol round 1 either like we like. Yeah, it's just not what we like, guys. Not what we like. And you can see the power we can put down pretty quickly if we can get a nice draw. All right, there's Christmas Carol. I think we just hold it till next round, honestly, at this point. Let's play our low cards down. Just get them out of here. I know I'm losing, but I don't expect to go to round 4. If we do, I mean, that's the downside of the deck, is it can be a little squirrely. I actually did go to round 5 against somebody with this deck, and I won against a Halloween deck. So I was surprised that I pulled it out, but he was struggling to play 3 cards. He was only playing 2 here and there, so definitely hurt him a little more. All right, we got our nice buff from Night Attack, so we're looking good for this round, I think. So we don't even care to play Night Attack at this point. Let's get our Krause down now. All right, she looking good. She looking good, guys. Do we care about... And we're not playing Ivor again. He's too expensive, so let's just go ahead and play this. We can kill his card he's playing. Yeah, I think we got this in the bag. He ain't coming back from this. So worst case, we could get this out of our hand a lot of times with cards like Amazon. So you're only playing 2. So it's not a complete dead card if you draw like round 4 with this. But again, we're trying not to go 4 rounds if we can help it. So, ooh, we might actually just play him here. Yeah, let's go ahead and play him, whatever. He ain't winning. He ain't winning. All right, well, that was a quick one. Let's do, we'll do one more. Hopefully we can get a better game. Really, our cycling was terrible, and you guys can see that was probably close to worst-case scenario on cycling for us, and we still smoked 3 rounds, so not a bad deck. I've been actually really enjoying it. It's very fun to play. Let's do one more. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you like this aggro type of archetype, or if you've even tried it. I feel like a lot of people don't even think about this archetype in general. Like, when I play it, they're like, oh, that's interesting. Like, never seen that before. So let me know if that's something you guys like, you know. I would like them to print more cards like this, honestly. I think this could be a really fun archetype if they make the cards for it, because it kind of counters those like power per turn decks we see a lot of that want to go late game. So if you're just mowing them down, I mean, I played one earlier and I just completely steamrolled it. It didn't even have a chance to stack up like it wanted to. All right, playing another bot, but we'll see if we can get our... Dang, we drew our Ivar early again. Gotta love it. We drew our Green Witch early. Just not hitting it. Let's do it like this. Bam! All right, let's see. Fermi helped us there a little bit. Buffed our Green Witch again. Buffed our Krasue as well. We take that. Oh, pretty good turn for him there, actually. Definitely makes me a little more nervous now. So this is way closer than I would like it to be. He might get us here. Okay, no, we're good. We are sitting okay. Didn't care for that April Fool's draw either. I like to play it on 2 as well, round 2. So we don't want to have to get it again, basically. All right, we haven't seen Sigil. There it is. Ooh, Door to Hell's in a good spot. I like that. We can get it slot 1. So like this. Spicy. Spicy meatball. That Ivor, ooh, 2 turns too, debuffed. That's pretty brutal. Pretty brutal. All right, there's our Night Attack. Drew it a little bit late, but it's okay. Not the end of the world. Burning up our Candy Crab. Do we get rid of 2 of Swords? I think we do. We're going to lose 50, but I think it's fine. Just want to cycle it. Yeah. Let's get it gone. All right, up 320. Drew Eros late again. Man. Just can't win with that guy. So we could go Alien. Do we play Amazon Sloth here? I guess we could. I guess we do. Why not? Ooh, Bone Wars. Probably a good thing we played that just in case, huh? We still would have had it, but... So you can see we're just really kind of all-inning. So it can be kind of, like I said, it can be kind of backbreaking if we don't get one of these early rounds wins. And then we get stranded with like a night attack in our hand or something. But again, we are going heavy all in on this, trying to win as quick as possible. So usually works pretty decent. I know I didn't play Black Cayman on round 1 there, but it didn't really matter. Or, I'm sorry, turn 1. He's all paleo, so the tech card not doing what it does. Anyway. Definitely playing Green Witch here. What else do we want? Do we drop Lion? I think we just drop Lion, get the buff. We're up 125, so he could catch us here. He's got Dragon, though, right? So he's trying to play that last turn. That's going to be expensive, though, isn't it? How much does it go up again? I'm blanking. Can't remember. Never actually gotten Dragon yet, so +7. Ooh, we drew our door to hell right there at the end. Spicy. Can we play our cards, though? Let's see. We can do boom, boom, boom. That's probably the best. Ooh, he might get us here. Let's see. Dragon? Maybe? Nope. We smoked it. Well, that's the deck, guys. That's the aggro. Like I said, we're trying to win those first 3 rounds, and we don't want to go to round 4, so we did it successfully. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you thought. If you enjoyed the deck, please hit that like button and that subscribe button. And as always, guys, thanks for watching. Have a good night.